Hello, in today's video we are going to talk about the difference between Volcano and Desert Island in Sunflower Land. I will explain how much you can earn between Volcano and Desert, how much it will cost to get there, and how long it will take. At the end of the video, I will show you how you can get free resources from me in Sunflower Land. I'm Server and let's get started. Many of you are already on Desert Island and you might be thinking if it's worth going to Volcano or not. Reaching Desert Island is fast and won't take you more than 1 month if you know how to play. But the true question is, unlock Volcano or keep playing on Desert and withdraw profits? That's an important question, and in this video I will show you some calculations and share my opinion. First of all, to compare two islands we need to understand how much is possible to make on Desert. That amount will depend on what your level is, what your expansion number is, and how many NFTs you have, and obviously what your strategy is. It's almost impossible to compare two different islands for 1000 different players, because the result could be different for each one of you. But I will try to explain some key points and why in your case you should expand, or maybe why you should stay on Desert. To know more about earnings, I will use Excel tables that I created for my videos about different strategies. All of them you can find under my videos and you can use them with no problem. Don't forget to join the biggest Sunflower Land community in Discord, link in the description. Let's start with Desert. For Desert's calculations, let's assume expansion number 20, because the last 5 expansions are pretty expensive and they are worth it only if you are planning to get Volcano Island. With expansion number 20, you will have 22 trees, 14 fruit patches and 61 crop plots. I have different videos about those strategies where I explain in details what to do and how much is possible to make. And let's start with wood. I will open my Excel sheet and enter the amount of wood, price of wood and the number of cycles we can do daily. That amount will be about 7 cycles, which means you need to log in every 2 hours 6 times a day. Then you need to claim skills. Without skills it doesn't worth starting that strategy. Based on skills, only with 22 trees it's possible to make about 0.51 flower tokens as a net profit every day, only by cutting trees. I'm not including different NFTs that you could buy, for example Tiki Totem or Apprentice Beaver. It's up to you, buy it or not. For now they don't make a difference between Volcano and Desert Island. The profit from wood was higher, but a few months ago the wood price went down and the profits with it as well. It was possible to make about 2 flower tokens a day, but since the wood is too cheap now, the price went down to 0.50 flower tokens. Then we can go into fruits and check the profit. There are 6 fruits you can plant, and which ones you should select I already explained in my video about the fruits. For our desert, let's put 14 fruit trees and the price of each fruit. Based on these prices, we can see that fruits can yield us about 2 to 3 flower tokens daily. That's a bigger profit than from the wood strategy. Since there are 6 different fruits, there are a lot of NFTs to choose from. It's difficult to calculate their ROI, but it's possible to know the average time. I have made a table as well where you can look at each NFT and check the ROI for each one. But as I already told you, it won't affect the difference between Desert and Volcano. The next main focus on earnings are the crops. They can give you a good amount of income for new players without NFTs. But it isn't easy to calculate the profit from crops. I have a video about crops and the Excel as well, but those amounts will depend on a lot of things. First of all, the number of crop soils. On Desert, that's 61. Then we have the price of restock. One restock costs 20 gems if you do it for all items, or 15 gems if you do it only for crops. Doing it for all the resources or only for crops is completely up to you, since it depends on your current situation and what you need at that exact moment. If you need only crop seeds, then don't waste your gems and do the restock for 15 gems. Then I have put the price of each crop. That is also a very difficult number to consider, since some crops are more expensive in off-season when you can't grow them and are cheaper during the season when they grow. So we need to understand the economy to be able to manipulate and get extra profit as well. Anyways, I put the current price of each crop at the moment. You can always adjust that number. Then we have skills. Here you need to focus on which ones you want to take: basic and medium crops or advanced crops. If you take the advanced, the maximum boost you will get is 1 by default and plus 1.4 from skills, so 2.4 in total. On the table I included the profit for 24 hours including the restock price, and you can see that you can make about 2 flower tokens with advanced crops. Only corn is giving about 6 flower tokens daily because it's expensive now. Medium crops are not profitable as you can see here, but in reality it's not true. You can use one restock for different crops. For example, you can plant 3 different medium crops with only one restock, and in this case your profit will be way higher. But for comparison, those are the numbers. Now let's talk about Volcano. For Volcano, let's consider the expansion number 20. That's already a high expansion to go for. Let's compare the profit from wood between Volcano and Desert. On Desert you have 22 trees with 0.51 flower tokens daily. Volcano has 23 trees with a profit of 0.53 flowers daily. You can see that there is almost no difference in profit. Next, let's compare the fruits. Volcano only has one more fruit patch than Desert, so the profit is like extra 0.1 flower tokens a day. From crops, the profit is going to be almost 10% more, since on Volcano you have 65 crop soils. That will add about 0.1 flower tokens a day as a difference. Also, the important fact to consider is that Volcano has a 7.5% fee on a marketplace, while on Desert you need to pay 10%. If you are selling all your resources on a marketplace, saving 2.5% could translate into a good amount of flowers. For each one it's different, but if you make a turnover of about 1000 flowers a month, 2.5% would translate into 25 flowers as savings. That doesn't look so bad, and if you are looking to sell NFTs for 5000 flowers, the fee difference is 125 flower tokens. Then the big plus on Volcano is that you can produce your own obsidian and sell it or use it. One obsidian costs 25 flower tokens and the average price to produce is 10. Since you only can sell one obsidian a week, the profit is 15 flower tokens weekly or 60 flower tokens a month. Besides crops and fruits, Volcano has more mining stones such as iron, gold and creamstone. I don't have a video about them yet, but that's because they are unprofitable without NFTs. If you don't have any NFTs, mining those resources isn't profitable, so I won't consider mining in this video. Then a very important thing is sunstones. If you get Volcano with expansion number 20, you will get extra 6 sunstone rocks, which will give you 60 sunstones. For 60 sunstones you can buy a lot of resource nodes. I, for example, bought some trees and fruit patches, and I also bought +1 lava pit and +1 flower bed. You need to use sunstones smarter because they are limited and it's going to be expensive to get them over time. But sunstones definitely can boost your earnings on Volcano Island, but it's not going to be a lot, maybe 5% more than on Desert, I would say, no more than that. The next big plus on Volcano Island is participating in the seasonal leaderboard. As you know, there are chapters in Sunflower Land, and each chapter has a duration of 3 months. During the chapter you need to complete daily deliveries, complete weekly chores and complete all bounties to earn seasonal currency. Then with seasonal currency you can participate in auctions and get top tier NFTs for a cheap price and then sell for profit. Only players on Volcano Island can do it, because to participate you need to have a lot of resource nodes and obsidian to sell for bounties. During 3 months you will be spending resources, but then you will get an NFT that you can sell for profit. You never know how much you will get, but on average I can say that you can make from $200 to $500 profit from that activity. But even if you're on Volcano, participating in the seasonal leaderboard isn't easy. You need to complete everything perfectly and in the right order to be in the top. I'm on Volcano Island and I messed up about 3 times, so I wasn't able to get top tier item. I got second tier item, the Groovy NFT, and sold it for about $200. But I also spent a lot of during the season, and I calculated that I spent about $300 on resources just to participate. So overall, I lost money with that leaderboard. You can get profit for sure, because top tier NFT now costs about $600 and I would be in profit for $300, but I messed up during the chapter, that's why I lost. But you definitely need to consider it if you're going to get Volcano. If you take it seriously, the profit is high, but you also need to have some money in game to participate. Next, you need to consider the Volcano price. To get Volcano expansion number 20, you will need to spend about 2000 flower tokens, that's $200, and it's not just money. To get there, you will need to wait a lot of time for upgrades and for oil, so it's going to take about more than a month. As a conclusion, Volcano Island can definitely give you more profit, but it won't be worth for you if you don't have a lot of money to invest. Volcano Island is for players with a lot of NFTs and high investments. If you don't have free $500 to invest, then it's not for you, and the difference in profit is really small. There is no extra resource nodes to boost your earnings, one tree and one fruit patch won't make you a difference. What will make you a difference is if you got NFTs for $3,000. Then yes, it definitely will make a big difference, because the NFT's ROI will decrease if you got more resource nodes. If you're a big player, then definitely go for Volcano and buy a lot of NFTs. If you started with free to play or invested less than $300, forget about Volcano and focus on cashing out your earnings, or even better, reinvest in game and buy more boost. That's my opinion about Volcano Island, but you also need to consider that the developers are looking for more utility for Obsidian, and probably in a few months we will see a new island that will unlock after Volcano, and then Obsidian could increase in price. And for now we can only sell one Obsidian weekly. If they make that amount 2 or 3 a week, then the profit will be higher, but for that we need to have more Obsidian utility. I think the team is 100% looking to add more utility for Obsidian, because it's a difficult resource to produce since you need to wait 3 days and you also need to have Volcano Island. I think they need to make somehow players on desert use it too, so that resource could be used somewhere beside land expansion, because soon a lot of players will be on Volcano with high expansion number and they will produce a lot of Obsidian, so the price will be going down with time. My recommendation is obvious: stay on desert if you don't have a lot of money, and upgrade to Volcano if you got a lot of NFTs. And if you want to get free resources from me, you just need to join my Discord community with over 1000 members, or register an account with my referral link. For all members of my Discord community, I give some free resources and free poll tokens to pay the fee for the daily reward chest. And for my referrals, I help with first expansion so they can progress quickly. All links will be in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to know more about crypto and Web3 gaming. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.